My name's Angelo, and welcome to We Want Picks. Every week, we give you different ways to make money watching fights. We introduce you to new ways of earning money, making money, enjoying the fights even more than you already do. PrizePicks is one of those ways. It is daily fantasy, but it is incredibly flexible, and it allows you to take things like fight minutes, significant strikes, takedowns, fantasy score. You can mix and match any way you want and build your perfect entry. Last week, we crushed. We spent 20 bucks. We made $100. And all I did was bet the over under on a couple of takedown lines. So that was very successful. Let's try to repeat that success here. But before I jump in, go to wewantpicks.com/prizepicks. You sign up. They will instantly match your deposit up to $100. Take the free money. Sign up. Give them $100. They'll give you $100. Now you have $200 in your account. Leave your original $100. Play with the free 100 match and go from there. Let's jump right in. And as you guys know, I like to move left to right. And what I'm looking for are lines that just don't make any sense. And the only thing we have to do here is say more or less than what's on the screen. And we've got a couple of fights here where it really could go either way. We got Dean Barry. This is saying a round and a half against Mike Jackson. Listen, Dean Barry is a stupid favorite here, like minus 2,000. It's something freaking absurd at this point. But he is a striker. He doesn't have the highest level of competition. It is his UFC debut. He's fighting a guy who hasn't fought since 2018. But the reality is, it's still kickboxer versus kickboxer. A round and a half, I don't know. We can come back to this one. Tyson Pedro, Ike Villanueva, 4.5 minutes. That's under one single round. Mark Andre, 8.5 minutes. This is less. We're definitely going to play the less here. And Jessica Andrade, 15 minutes, more than 3 rounds probably. But let's see what else we got. I do not like playing significant strikes, but I still check it out to see if something just seems off. And the reason I don't like playing significant strikes is it is subjective. It is not total strikes. One person counting could count every strike as a significant strike or none of them. And it's much harder when you're talking about significant strikes than just total strikes at all. And none of these look absurd, so we're going to leave that alone. And takedowns has been our cash cow. So let's check this out. Tyson Pedro, Ike Villanueva. Tyson Pedro is a grappler. And this is saying one single takedown. Let's leave that alone for a second. He may get that. Sergey on Dwight Grant. He's also a grappler. 2 takedowns. Clay Guida, 2 takedowns here. He may not shoot a takedown at all. He is fighting a grappler. I'm going to do the less on 1.5. Maybe he gets one single takedown and the rest of the time he spends, kickboxing. And then we have Keelang Aori Keelang taking on Cameron Elsay. Keelang's a pretty well-rounded guy, but I don't see him shooting takedowns either. And Jessica Andrade at 2. So this is what we're going to do. We are going to go the under on minutes with Marc-Andre Baralt. Marc-Andre is coming off a vicious knockout. He's fighting Jordan Wright, who's coming off of a knockout. Both of these guys can really go at it. Jordan Wright has never seen a judge's scorecard. 8.5 minutes. That is a full round and a half a round. So we're talking about a round and a half of a fight. I think it's less than that. Clay Guida, I'm going to do the under. He's fighting a ridiculously good jiu-jitsu guy. And not that Clay Guida is not perfectly capable of not being submitted, but I don't know why he would explore that when he should be the better striker. And then we've got Jessica Andrade at 2 takedowns. I'm going to do the over here. So Jessica Andrade isn't exactly, a takedown machine, but she is fighting a nasty striker with a ton of power. Jessica Andrade averages about 3 takedowns per fight. So I'm going to assume that she's not going to want to be striking with Amanda Lemos, and she's going to want to hit some takedowns here. So I'm going to go ahead and do the over there. And what makes PrizePicks so incredible is the flexibility. So we have 3 lines going here. If 3 of them hit, and I do a flex play, if 3 of them hit, 20 bucks turns into 45. If 2 of them hit, I still make money. So I lose one of these and I still make money. But anytime I do this, I'm chasing, right? Last week, we spent 20, we made 100 on 3 picks, and I'm going to do the same right now. We're going to spend 20, we're going to chase 100 because I'm pretty confident in this. Again, Marc-Andre, under 1.5, probably, yeah. Clay Guida, under 1.5 takedowns, which means just 1 takedown, because I just don't see him wanting to do a grapple-heavy game plan. He's fighting a nasty grappler, And then Jessica Andrade averages 3 takedowns per fight. She's fighting a nasty striker. She's not going to want to hang out there. So more than 2 takedowns. And let's go ahead and lock this in. 20 to win 100. Guys, check it out. I'm only going to stick with that. There's no reason. This is a marathon, not a sprint. I don't need to put my life savings on here and try to chase something big. But if there are other lines that you want to play, some that I do like is probably more than 15 fight minutes for Jessica Andrade. I think that's a grind. I think they hit rounds 4, potentially rounds 5. I think that is a grind. So over on that is probably pretty solid. Dean Barry under 7.5 minutes. That's probably solid as well. You know what? Let's just do it. Let's just do it. We're just going to do 2. We're just going to do 2. And we're going to do under, over, and we're just going to say $10 to win 30. It's that simple. I do like that quite a bit. And we're going to go ahead, lock that in. Let's take a look at fantasy score very, very quickly. Dean Barry will probably get a finish. That's right. Pedro will probably get a finish. That's right. Nobody's looks crazy outside of that. So we're not going to touch fantasy score. Again, you can build your perfect entry and something that makes sense for you when you're just playing the more or less than what you see on the screen. And these do move throughout the week. So if you don't like a line now, check it again on Friday or Saturday morning because they move with the money. And that's when most of the money comes in. WeWantPicks.com/PrizePicks. Check it out now. They will instantly match your deposit up to $100.